My name is Jesse Gant. Most people know me as Cleona de Flair, and it does get better.
How did you come up with the concept for the Cleona de Flair Show for Hope?
In my mind, every time I picture the Cleona de Flair Show for Hope is something huge and something grand. I never expected it to be as big as it is in my head. But what I pictured is an outpouring from a community, a grand show, and a show to end all shows, showing that there is an entire community, a population of people that will show in the most extreme and extravagant ways you can possibly imagine that we are here and we show our support to those who are suffering, and that we will do anything it takes to show even one person that these should not suffer through another hopeless moment.
What was the most shocking revelation you had working with It Gets Better?
The most shocking revelation I had was just how many individuals have struggled with depression and suicidal ideations, and how alone everyone has felt individually. When I feel like one of the beautiful things about the show is that you have so many people there under one roof who feel comfortable saying, I have struggled, I hurt, and I've been hurt by bullies and by depression, and we can stand together and do something about it. So growing up in a small community as a gay man or a gay child who was also overweight and felt desperately different than everyone else around him, the worst thing I ever felt was alone, and that no one understood me and no one can understand what I'm suffering through, and that no one can imagine the hurt that I feel every day. What It Gets Better does is proves people like me wrong. That there are not just one person out there, there are millions and millions of people that feel the same way, who have hurt, who have suffered, and have come out on the other side of that suffrage to be better people, to change the world, and to make beautiful, beautiful individuals. And I wanted to be that person as well.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It does get better.
It does get better.
It gets so much better.
It does get better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better. Yeah. It gets way better.
Way better.
It gets better. It really does.
It does get better.
It gets 1,000 times better.
You know, it gets better.
It gets better.
Trust me, it gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better. It gets a lot better. It gets better. It gets a lot better.
What has been your favorite moment from the It Gets Better project and the Cleona de Flair Show for Hope?
The greatest moment of this entire process was when one individual last year, when the show was just getting its very beginnings, came to me after our little show, where there was only about 14 people in the audience, and said, tonight's show and what you did tonight has changed my life. I came in here thinking I was completely alone, and I leave tonight knowing that not only am I not alone, but I'm way less unique than I thought.
if we had the ability and this was shown in all parts of the country, how would that make you feel knowing that a good portion of all the country's bullied kids could see your work? How would that make you feel?
My goal every day I wake up in the morning and do something that relates to the Show for Hope, or It Gets Better, is that I have the opportunity to show someone that's hurting right now that they don't need to spend one more moment without hope. That there is a better life out there and it's waiting for them and they just need to survive to see it.